Right, we're in a packed commentary booth, Andy, for Commentators Corner. We've got 6 drivers with us. We've got Steph, Blizzard, Lambo, Spike, Marquezes and Alan Kay all joining us in the commentary box. The first person we're going to speak to then is the man who finished second place in the race, Blizzard. Pole position, Blizzard. Couldn't quite convert it to a race win, but 96-point lead. Rate that race out of 10.
None.
Good. Excellent. Well,
wow.
Fantastic. Right, I'm done with Blizzard then. Moving on to the next one. We have... Who's up next? We have Alan Kay. Yeah, I bet you will. Alan, we'll move on to you then. How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay. Could be better. Could be worse.
So you were talking to us last week, I keep saying last week, on Tuesday, about running those Hypersoft tyres. It didn't quite work out that way. Just talk us through your race.
Yeah, we actually qualified okay. Qualified 7th on the Hypers. Was pretty confident going to about lap 8 and then going on to the softs in the end. Got a bad start. Ended up back down in 12th, I think it was at one stage. So. Got going. Once I eventually got going, it was alright. Then at the end of lap 3, I damaged my wing, so I had to go in and change my wing. So I went on to softs. At that stage, I was still going to try go soft till the end at that stage. And judging by the tyres as they were going along, I would have went till the end on the softs, so I would have been able to make it. So that was good. But then the safety car came out and decided right sure it's a free pit stop and then throw set of ultras on. And then I got a drive-through penalty for no reason the lap after the safety car ended. I don't know why, but it was nicely positioned with Lambo and Lloydie ahead of me on softs, Mays behind me on softs, and I think I was in 6th place, so I was on fresh ultras. I had to serve a drive-through penalty. At the end I got back up with Rapid and got up to 7th, so it was an okay recovery. Yeah,
we were talking about the safety car on the stream, how Squeezy and Plaster were disqualified for not serving their drive-through.
Plaster came into the pits. Plaster actually came into the pits behind me to serve his drive-through, because the two of us had drive-throughs and both of us got them at the exact same time on the screen that we were saying in the party. Neither of us had done it. The safety car had gone in. I think even after a lap after the safety car had been off the track, Plaster's screen still had safety car coming in this lap up on it. So I don't know what happened with his game glitch, why his game glitched there, but yeah, there was definitely some sort of glitch there that gave a few of us drive-throughs.
And moving on to the next race of the season, which is Japan. Are you looking forward to
it? Russia, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, it is Russia. We're back to Europe again.
Sochi.
We're going to Sochi. Excellent. Olympic Park. Fantastic. All right, then. How? All right, I'm getting ahead of myself then. How about Russia?
Unlike many drivers in this party, it's a track that I actually like to drive. My problem is I'm not quick enough on it. So finish and see how we go with Russia. I'll be more looking towards Japan for points again.
Ah, great stuff. Andy, you got any questions?
Just a quick bit. Obviously, you went on the Hypersofts in qualifying. You started, I think it was 7th or 8th. You dropped back quite quickly in the first laps. Were you just caught out with other people making moves, or were you just struggling to get through?
Cold tyres. It's been a problem in the last few races now with these ridiculously slow formation laps. It's hard to get your tyres up to temperature when you're moving that slow around the formation lap. Particularly when you're on the harder compounds. I've crashed out a couple of times on the harder compounds in the first lap or two because I'm not being able to get them up to temperature recently, and that's one of the reasons why I went for the Hypers in quali, because it was the softer tyre race. I thought it would be easier to get temperature into them, but yeah, if just cold tyres just drop back, it took me sort of half a lap to get them up to temperature.
Fair enough. Andy, any other questions for you?
No, you know me. I'm a one and done kind of person.
I'll not take that out of context. Anyway, Alan, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you at Russia, not Japan just yet.
See you at Russia, lads.
Take care. Next up in the box, it's it can only be Steph now. Street circuit. It was only 3, so that's good. That's progress. 2 laps down though, Steph. Did you enjoy yourself out there?
Well,
I had a really good start, like in a race. Like, got off to a blistering start, and then next thing is, as it is on pad uses, you overheat tires, and that's it. Kills your momentum completely because you have to complete thinking of like long runs, like trying to extend my stints as much as possible whilst overheating tires, and yeah, I managed to go like one lap longer despite like front right being like nearly 100%. But I kept in there, like praying for like, anything like safety cars. Like Happy Day safety car came out, but unfortunately it didn't allow me to unlap myself, so I had to literally stay where I was. And then next thing is like some drivers dropping out, which is like okay, bonus and points. So take ninth place despite
And
everything's all going wrong.
yeah, and luckily this week I don't have to have some sort of censor button. Just a long beep over anything you say tonight.
Kieran, hold the soap.
I will, as long as you're talking, mate. I'm going to keep holding it. But yeah, it's sort of going around in ninth place. Was the plan to always just stay in the race and just keep going no matter what?
Literally my motive is just like no point retiring. It's like being in Singapore, like anyone could just like hit the wall or retire just like that. So I just literally just plodding along, just praying for anything happened and see how I get on in the end. If it was like 2 laps down and no points, it's like okay, end of the day I finished, and obviously one track out the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I need to check something because I don't know if this is. I'm hoping we're streaming. I really hope so.
Yeah, according to this,
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm watching.
Oh, is it good? Oh, okay. Because apparently on my screen it just says it's not doing anything. The stream status is
well done,
nothing.
Gareth.
Anyway,
Well done, Gareth.
I just thought I'd check. About 3 interviews in, we're fine. But Steph, coming up to the Russian Grand Prix then, how are you looking forward to it?
Russia, I should be okay with. Like, don't mind the track and looking for good momentum around there. So see what happens. Obviously, do more better than it is Singapore, but obviously tyre wear is not so bad being a Russian asphalt circuit. So tyre wear is like low, so I can push the car as much as I want.
Andy, I'll hand it over to you for this.
Well, all I want to say before doing the usual bit for Thursday night is that when it comes to that pit stop bit, I said nothing this time. I'm not guilty. It was Kieran, so he takes full blame.
I'll happily take full blame.
It must have been really frustrating not being going around, but you managed to get the points and keep going. Hopefully Russia's better for you as well, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get the blame this time round, and I'll let you advertise your usual Friday slot.
Before I advertise, you do realise you two, I'll be watching back, don't you? And if you do say something around that, I'll come back to one of you who said it first.
Scouts honour.
I'll be coming straight back on to you. Anyway, right, moving on, usual Thursday trick. If you haven't seen last week's race in America, please feel back to watch it. If you haven't watched it, please cover your ears now because I'll be announcing what's happened. So Hamilton has been named world champion for the TTFL for last week. However, normal service will resume. We're going into Mexico for tomorrow night at 8 PM. There is still a battle for the constructors. So it's still all to play for across all teams in the constructors table. So please join us at 8 PM tomorrow night, and we'll be live in Mexico. Back to you two.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Steph. And we'll see you next time around at Russia.
We will indeed. I'll see you boys then.
Take care, Steph.
Don't forget, I will be watching back, and if you said anything, I will be coming back to haunt you.
You say that as if you scare me, Steph.
Oh, you should be. Oh, you should be.
I am innocent for once, honest.
Yeah, I'll happily take the blame. Anyway.
I'll show you well, Gavin.
Thanks very much, Steph, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
No worries, boys. I'll see you soon. Look after yourself.
So next to talk to us is Lambo. So Lambo, this could be interesting. Hello Lambo, how are you tonight?
Oh, good. I'm good.
So obviously qualifying didn't go to plan. I believe it was P6 for you. Is it as tough as qualifying is? Do you feel like you're underperforming?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I was hoping to be nearly a full second faster, to be honest. I did the ultras. I wasn't, because I knew the hypers would just die. But yeah, it wasn't a great quali. Then moving on to the race, I knew the hypers was going to die so quickly, so I was just sticking behind her though. Ollie was going a bit slow for my liking, but he said he was saving. I'm not sure why he'd save, but yeah, that happened. And then the little incident with Odems occurred. I got a really good run. They were struggling a lot, and I went side by side with Blizzard, and then Odems just came across me. Couldn't brake in time.
Odems, you'll get your chance. Don't worry.
He came across. I didn't brake in time. And I gave him a little netcode. Not intentional. And then once I pit onto the sauce, I was behind Ollie again, and then I got damaged. So I pit again. And then the safety car came, and under the safety car, Blizzard was trying to hold everyone up, and then I just got damage off the gut. So I should have pit, but I didn't. I just stayed out. That's why I was dropping back so much. But yeah, it wasn't a good result really.
Yeah, how long into that after safety car stint did you realise I should have pitted?
This first lap, I lost about 4 seconds, I think, on the first lap. That's when I knew. But yeah, never mind.
So coming towards the Russian Grand Prix then, obviously you can't catch Blizzard anymore, but is there a position you'd like to get by the end of the season?
I think I'm third, behind Squeezy, so I'd like to get second. I think that's easily doable, so second, I guess.
And for the Russian Grand Prix then, are you looking forward to it?
No, not really. I like the track. It's a good track to race at, but I've just got no pace. But we'll see.
Yeah, turn 1 and 2 at Russia is going to be very, very interesting. Andy, have you got any questions?
No, this time you covered them all, so I'm a 0 and done this time.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Andy. Anyway, thank you for talking to us, Lambo, and we will see you at the Russian Grand Prix.
Cheers, lads.
And last but not... oh no, we've got 2 more, so we've got Spike next. Spike, how are you this evening? Spike, are you there? Oh, he's gone.
Lambo's voice made him sleep.
Oh, I see. Oh, what a shame.
Oh,
what a
okay.
shame. Alright then.
Understandable, but, you know.
Unless he's doing a Kimi Raikkonen on me and just not responding. Anyway, Marquezes, we'll come to you next. I know what you're going to say, so we might as well get out of the way. Your view on that incident.
I think that, you know, Lambo is just blatantly taking me out. He's shown no regard for my existence whatsoever. It's a street circuit. You know that in street circuit it's tight, and he's made it 3 wide. He sent me into the wall, and he's ruined my race. So, you know, I'll leave it up to the steward to decide. I hope he recorded this footage. I hope he didn't actually, so he gets a fat penalty. But whatever happens, happens.
So, other than that, though, you seem like you're having a really good race to start with. You took the lead on a couple of occasions. You had a really good battle with Blizzard there.
Yeah, it was actually a really fun battle with Blizzard at the start because he made a little mistake on turn 3. I think it was he locked up, and then we just went side by side for like the remainder of the lap. And it got a bit hairy, but yeah, that was a nice fun battle. Before a certain BSR driver had to ruin it.
And coming to the Russian Grand Prix then, first of all, we're going to see you there, aren't we?
No, I don't. I can't race Tuesdays.
Are you
But
sure?
for Japan. Yes, I'm sure.
Fair enough. All right then. So, when's the next time you're going to be back then? I suppose next Thursday. Is it?
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Japan then. I knew we were going to talk about Japan at some point. So how's Japan for you then? Are you looking forward to that for your next race?
I haven't driven it on this game at all, so I don't know what I'm getting into with Japan. I'll have to put a few laps in before I know what the pace is like. I'm not looking forward to it though because it's a wheel track. But yeah, hopefully I can do well.
Ah, great stuff. Well, Andy, have you got any questions?
No, apart from, it would be interesting to see what your TikTok video is about that incident.
Oh, I've got one in plan. Don't worry about that. It's in the works.
I tried so hard not to mention that. So hard. But right at the death, Andy's stolen it from me. Anyway.
Always good for something.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for speaking to us, Odems, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the Japanese Grand Prix.
Thanks. Can't wait.
And the master of the one-word answer. I'm going to give the last question of tonight to Blizzard. Blizzard, do you think the championship's wrapped up? Yes or no?
I mean, I prefer this end of the season anyway, so yeah, I think it's in the bag for me, really.
It's in the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard that with 6 races to go. It's in the bag. And we'll see how Blizzard gets on for the remainder of the season. You can join us for the next round on Tuesday, which is, of course, the Russian Grand Prix. And we'll see what Blizzard can do at the Sochi Autodrome there. As Steph said, we also have tomorrow night we have the Mexican Grand Prix. That is at 7:55, I believe Steph starts to stream at, and obviously Hamilton been decided, but the constructors title is still up for grabs, so it should be a really exciting battle then. And then of course on Sunday we have TTL F2, which runs the same calendar, 25% races at the Italian and Singapore Grand Prix. Well, Andy, it has been a very eventful race, and just want to thank these drivers for coming to talk to us, because after nearly an hour's racing, it's always tough to come to an interview, especially after a race like that.
Yeah, definitely so, and the fact that we've had, we've got a full lobby basically with 5 drivers, and it was absolutely brilliant. Spike could hear us the whole time, but for some reason we couldn't hear him, so it's quite unfortunate we didn't hear his perspective of the race, because we were wondering if he was actually happy about the safety car or not, so it's a shame we can't hear from him, but I'm sure we'll hear from him during the week. Russia's going to be good next Thursday when I'm back along in Suzuka. Fantastic track, looking forward to that. And then of course, obviously, we've got the next Esports Mini League coming up, starting on the 9th of February, running 2 Saturdays back to back with 5 different teams one more time, so that's going to be fun. And then obviously we've got, as I like to just keep throwing it in, Project Cars 2 League that's starting up on the 23rd of February, run by myself in the Formula C cars. Still sign-ups going on at the moment as well if anybody does want to join, but plenty going on, plenty happening, and there's more great action to come. It's going to be phenomenal.
Just throw a word in there on that as well, Andy.
Hello? Is that all gone? Have you stopped streaming now?
No, we're still live.
Just before Spike speaks there, just to throw in a bit on that, what Andy was saying about the Project Cars League, I will be hosting a session on Friday or Saturday night at 8 PM, run with the same rules and same format in the same car as the league. If anyone wants to have me as a friend on PSN and come along and have a shot of it and see what they think, that's no problem.
Nice one.
Right then, well, we have Spike here, so let's make this the final interview then. Spike, how are you tonight?
Yeah, it was fine. You asked me and I answered you, and you didn't respond, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And then my PS4 froze, but I could still hear you guys talking, which is strange. But never mind. Quick restart, and we're here.
Yeah, as Andy was saying, you qualified down, I believe it was 9th place on the soft tyres. You had good pace, being caught by the Gort at the end of that soft run. And then the safety car came out, and Andy and I have been debating whether you wanted the safety car to come out or not.
I guess it did help in the end, because it's the same old for me. I was just literally battling. I was just driving to the temperatures of the tyres. I just couldn't go any faster. So, obviously Blizzard and Ollie passed. I didn't fight over them because there's no point. Yeah, I think the safety car probably helped me, because I would have been further back, wouldn't I, with obviously fresh ultras. But the ultras did 5 laps, I think, and then that was it. They were on fire. So that's nearly always.
Yeah, and we noticed a couple of drivers actually overheating the tyres, sliding around the track, and Ollie just got a burst of pace out of nowhere as well. That was quite amazing to see. So it really was keeping to those temperatures. How frustrating is that when you can't go any faster than what you're limited to?
It's extremely frustrating because it's just not my pace, but it's just the way the game is. Maybe there's things I can do with the change of controller settings. I've no idea. I've not tried to, but I did my best with the setup, and I managed to keep the softs. Apart from the front right, the softs were pretty good. They were in the greens, but the ultras just the right hand side just immediately overheated. So I'll say immediately 5 laps.
Andy, do you have any questions?
Apart from how do you fancy your chances at Sochi on Tuesday night, apart from that, I don't know.
If I remember rightly, it's another track where I struggle with the temperatures, I think. So not much. I don't like the track anyway. It's one of the worst tracks Hillman's Hooker has ever devised. So yeah, that's in real life as well as the game. So it's awful.
Strong words is an understatement, I think. But where would be a good position for yourself, Spike, at Russia?
I have no idea. Finishing, I guess. Like I said, if it's racing to high temperatures, then I won't be anywhere near the front guys. They're all too fast.
Well, thank you for talking to us, Spike. Congratulations on your podium, and we shall see you at Russia.
See you later. Thanks for waiting.
And that is going to wrap up the stream at 5 to 10. It's been a long night, but it has been a great night of racing, Andy. Unfortunately, you won't be here for Tuesday for the Russian Grand Prix, but I will say this right now. Watch out for turn 1. Please watch out for turn 1.
Was it not last season there was like huge accident on lap 1 there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying this time around.
So. Can I just point out it's technically turn 2, but you know.
Well, that turn 1 is the right-hander before turn 2. That's the one I mean.
Oh right, you mean the first one?
I mean the very first one.
It's not really a corner, is it? How can people crash on that corner? It's not a corner.
Well, there's been examples. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens on Tuesday. But thank you all to the drivers for coming along after that long race. And thank you for watching. From myself and Andy, it's been an absolute pleasure. Until the next race, though, I've been Kieran McGinley.
And I've been Andy Campbell.
Take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time.
Ta-da.